Hello and welcome to a new video. It's another day of Vlogmas kinda and today I'm bringing you an original book tag. I have never done one of these before, but I had the idea and I was like, I need to do this. It's happening. I will say this is like, I've been inspired by someone else's book tag. I don't actually know who the original creator of this one was because there are so many going around and I just can't find anyone that said the original. I've seen like multiple people have been like mentioned as the original, so I don't actually know who it is. However, this is the Novelty Christmas songs book tag. Now previously people that have done this tag, like created this tag, have used very generic well-known Christmas songs, and as much as I love those songs, they are not my songs. My songs are the Novelty Christmas songs. So I have picked 6 of my favourites and I have created a prompt for them. So let's go. So the first one is Proper Crimbo by Bo Selecta, and the prompt for this is, what is your favourite comedic relief character? Obviously Bo Selecta is Keith Lemon, who is a comedian. I personally don't find him very funny, but this song is one of my favourite, if not my favourite Christmas song, and I just absolutely adore it. It is hilarious, I love it. And favourite comedic relief character for me is of course Simon Lewis from the Mortal Instruments series. Actually, from the like Shadowhunter series in general. He is my favourite character. I absolutely adore him, and he is 100% the comedic relief character. Like, all of the characters in this series make like funny comments, but I don't care what anyone says, he was written into this story to be the comedic relief. So, and he's my favourite. Next up we have Baby It's Cold Outside, but specifically the version by Tom Jones and Cerys Matthews. I love this one. I love the music video to it, and the prompt for this is your favourite bookish villain. Obviously in this song, like, Tom Jones plays basically the villain. Personally, no, I don't see it, but that is essentially what it is. And my pick for this is so unbelievably predictable, and I apologise for this, but it is the Darkling from the Grishaverse. I love the Darkling. I know I shouldn't. I don't agree with the Darkling, but I like the Darkling. I think he's a really good villain as well. Like, there's a lot of villains that like are just not well written, but I think the Darkling is very well written. And I enjoyed reading Demon in the Wood and getting to see like the series of events that started his path down to the villain side. So the Darkling. The next one is Merry Christmas, Kiss My Ass by All Time Low, and the prompt is your favourite dedication in a book. The reason for this is that there is literally a line in this song that says, "So I wrote this song for you." It's literally dedicating this song to this person who has done them wrong. So I couldn't have another prompt for this. It was perfect, and I was just like, yes. So I know this is a bit of a different one, and I know a lot of people don't tend to look at dedications in books. I personally am very much a fan of looking at dedications in books because it's just a couple of lines like before the book starts, and it's interesting seeing different authors like direction they go in, because some are funny, some are more serious, and some are just adorable. But for this I have picked Call to the Vampire Queen by Katie Robert. It is no surprise to most people. I already knew I was instantly picking this book up because it's Katie Robert. However, it was the hearing people mention the dedication in this that made me instantly need to pick it up the moment I saw it and put it on my next TBR, which I have done because I am reading it in December. And the dedication is to everyone who is Team Damon, Team Spike, and far too into Dmitry Belikov. I have always been more of a Team Damon fan. I liked Stefan in Vampire Diaries, but he wasn't Damon. And as much as I loved Angel, I've always been more of a a Spike girl, like always have been and always will be. So yeah. Next up we have a Cheeky Christmas by the Cheeky Girls. And the prompt for this is your favourite sibling relationship in a book. And obviously this one was really easy because the Cheeky Girls are twin sisters. So obviously they are siblings. But for this, I am picking In Deeper Waters by F.T. Lukens. One of my absolute favourite things about this book is the sibling relationships. The main character, who is a prince, has many siblings, and his relationship with them, especially his older brother, is just so lovely to see, because in a lot of fantasies, especially fantasies, you do not see healthy relationships between siblings. It's always, oh, we're going to fight it out to the death to win the throne, or we need to prove to our parents who is better for the throne. And there's always a competition. There's always some sort of like animosity between the siblings. Whereas in this, it is just such a healthy, loving, happy sibling relationship. And they are just so supportive. And it just warmed my heart. And it's always going to be my favourite sibling relationship in a book. Next up we have Christmas is All Around Us by Billy Mack. And the prompt for this is favourite retelling or reimagining. So for this, the reason behind the prompt is that if you've seen Love Actually, you will know that Billy Mack is a character in that film who releases a like reimagining of the song Love is All Around Us. So, and he creates this song for Christmas, and it is just a fun old time. I love that film. I love this song, and it is just a amazing song. And for this, I am choosing Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Bayron. I read this like just before it came out. I was lucky enough to get an e-arc. I read it and I felt instantly in love. I have since reread it and loved it just as much the second time round. It is such an interesting way of seeing the Cinderella story. It is not quite a retelling. I would say it's more of a retelling of a sequel, because this is set 200 years after Cinderella has died, but there is still a lot of talk about Cinderella in this. So I still count it as a retelling, but it is just incredible. I know a lot of people do not love this book. I am not one of those people. I absolutely adore it. And then the final prompt I have picked is a very, very recent song, and it was a Masked Christmas by Jimmy Fallon, Ariana Grande and Megan Thee Stallion. And for this, the prompt is a 2020 release that you loved. So obviously 2020 was the year of like various lockdowns all around the world, and a lot of people had to mask up. Some people didn't. We're not going to go into that, but obviously 2020 was a big year for that. It was the year that started all of that. So there was no other prompt I could really think of for this one. It does not have to be a book that you loved, that you read in 2020. It has to be a book that was released in 2020. You could have read it last week. As long as it's a 2020 release, it will count for this. And my pick for this is The Beast by Katie Robert. I obviously only read this year, like a few months back, but this was actually released in 2020 and is the 4th book in the Wicked Villain series. I absolutely adore this. This is my favourite book in that series, and it just worked out perfect. This one was released in 2020 and I absolutely love this. This could also work for the prompt before, with the retelling, because this is a reimagining, rather, of Belle, Beast and Gaston. But I absolutely adore this. This is my favourite in the series, and I just love everything about it. So those were the 6 songs, the 6 prompts. I hope you have enjoyed my take on this tag. I really enjoyed listening to all of my favourite novelty Christmas songs, so I could decide what prompts I was gonna like what songs I was going to choose and what prompts they were going to have. It was so much fun. So much fun. But I tag anyone that wants to take part in this. However, I specifically tag Lisa at Lisa Does Life, Liv in Magical Bookland, Ashley's Bookish Life, Chloe at Persistent Bookworm, Bookish Gems, and Meg at 12 Books a Day. If anyone else wants to take part in this, please, please, please tag me. I want to see all your answers. I love these songs. I want to know if you love these songs. But I hope you enjoyed this video and my very first tag video that I have created myself, which is very exciting for me. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.